All right, so these folks will be over here on the perimeter after the program, and I'd like to invite Mr. Craig Wesley to the stage, please, with Inphastos.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Large green button.
Thank you. So, question. What if you could be part of transforming a huge market that is ripe for disruption? And what if you could get in at the early stage when the trend is very lucrative? And what if you could be part of a local company that participates in this with a distinct competitive advantage? This is what we're so excited about at Inphastos, because we've got a team that knows that we are on the edge of doing groundbreaking work in a massive industry. We all know that business today is cheaper, better, faster. Productivity drives everything, as evidenced by that device that you have in your hand that has more computing power than what NASA had when they sent men to the moon and back. So today, for productivity to be part of what companies need is no longer a luxury, it's an essential piece of what they need to be able to do. And the technology that's developed today that has come down the cost curve so much has enabled companies, a lot of like your companies, to be able to deliver solutions that can completely disrupt industries. And if we look at some of the examples of that, Zoom Pizza, here's a pizza company that SoftBank just gave $375 million to. Not because they can make great pizzas, but because they're going to re-engineer the entire process from the time they start making the pizza to the time it's delivered to their customer. This is a classic example of using productivity to go forward and really reinvent a long-standing traditional industry. Unlike the construction industry, which you can guess which century this picture was taken, but there is no evidence of Industry 4.0 at all. This is remarkably similar to what's been going on for centuries. You've got various materials being delivered to the job site on a daily basis, people standing around doing some form of work, and a supervisor barking at them to keep on task. The result, not cheaper, better, faster. Now imagine if you went to the car dealer and said, I want to buy a new car, and your part showed up in the driveway, and they said, okay, yeah, we'll send a bunch of people over to your house, and in a few months they'll put the parts together, and maybe one day they'll show up, maybe one day they won't, but at the end we'll let you know what it costs. Stop the madness. The other amazing thing that's an anachronism in this industry is a complete lack of technical innovation. You know, construction and technology are generally not used in the same sentence. And McKinsey has been all over this. So they've identified that, okay, here is a massive market. This is a $400 billion market in the United States. There is absolutely no innovation that's gone on in this industry. It's a wide open opportunity. The good news is we are at the very early stages of a trend that's going to digitally disrupt this industry. And before I talk a little bit about Inphastos, let me just tell you what our customers tell us, developers and builders. They see that, hey, there's an opportunity here for me to get my promised land. How can I possibly work with somebody who can deliver me predictable outcomes, costs, quality, timelines that are actually the same as estimated? How can I work with people to integrate processes and get rid of all these subcontractors and give me a turnkey solution so I feel like I actually have a partner that I'm working with instead of battling against them? That's their promised land, but they know they will never get there the old way. Inphastos is the new way. And we're doing similar to the Zoom Pizza example, that whole process re-engineering by bringing all the issues up front, identifying them, and taking them out to deliver unprecedented productivity to the marketplace. Here's what we do. We are developing a business platform that is technology-based that we deliver to partners. It's kind of a franchise model. And to our partners, we enable them to manufacture off-site, install, and deliver these structure building components to be able to do what they want to do is go forward and build. And we do that in a way that enables them to deliver higher cost and lower cost and higher quality. So in essence, what we're providing them is their promised land. And here's how we do it. So we develop a technology platform that is involved with client-facing tools. Think about how you can design your BMW online. We extend that to our partners. We also have business process software tools that enable them to do things that are unheard of. It takes weeks and weeks to get a quote out. They can now do that with our algorithms in minutes. And we have a back-end process that integrates all of these processes. Think about Amazon and how they have digitally design their process to be able to create an elegant experience for you at the customer end. That's what we're doing, and we're delivering that to our partners, powered by Inphastos. And again, we're not doing this for our own manufacturing purposes. Our business model is to franchise this to developers and builders around the country at the point of need. Our revenue projections are very attractive, and our model is very attractive. We've got upfront fees and license fees. And as you can see also, the market is loving us. We launched the company about a year ago, and we are in full execution mode, and we've got $8 million worth of contracts. So if we think about what it is that the ask today is, it's really we're at the very end stages of our capital raise of a $4 million raise. So any of you who are interested that may want to participate, I would suggest talking to me quite quickly. And in summary, I think we've all seen how digital disruption of long-standing industries has created incredible wealth in this country. We think construction is next, and we believe that Inphastos is in the right place with the right model at the exact right time. Thank you. How'd I do? Any questions? What do? We build a technology platform for our partners, who are developers and builders. And that enables them to go forward and deliver structural building components instead of having them stick built. So what they want to be able to do is go do millions of dollars worth of development, but they can't find labor because it's literally evaporating. All the people that are in the industry are generally aging out, and there aren't a lot of young people that are coming into the industry. So you have this labor pool that they can't access, and their biggest pinch point is, how can I get that structure up? The floors, the walls, the ceilings, and the roofs. And it takes months and months and months for them to figure out how they're going to be able to have a crew that's reliable to do that. Well, we take that issue away. We actually design the building on a 3D model. We get all the issues worked out up front. We know down to the point of where that little piece of wood where the toilet paper holder is going to screw into. We know exactly where that is. We've built this online, and then we put it into digital production manufacturing environment, and then it's delivered to the job site. So the structure can go up very rapidly. We just did a Habitat for Humanity house that's 1,000 square feet, and generally it would take them, with their process, 4 to 5 weeks to get that done. With a normal framing crew, that could be done in like a week. We got it done in 2 days. So for them, that's very meaningful. Yes. Pardon me? We've got building sites that range from 1,000 square feet to 300,000. We have one manufacturing site, which is our pilot facility here in Traverse City. And we're talking to partners right now about stepping into the franchise model. Russ?
So you had mentioned you had some contracts already?
Yes, we have.
Expand on the number again, and then like who those people are?
Yeah, so these are $8 million worth of contracts, and actually today we're building the largest timber building in the state of Michigan. It's a 300,000 square foot facility that's right off of Woodward and Royal Oak. So this is a massive project, and for the developer, this represents time to occupancy because they can get it done so much faster. So this is the type of project we're able to do, as well as like that 1,000 square foot Habitat house I talked about. So we can take designs of any type and exercise this model. Yes? Yes. Yes, so we haven't ventured into those grounds today, but I'll tell you what our plan is. The ability to understand the local codes is really going to be at the partner level. We can't imagine that we're going to sit here and know all of that and what we develop. So in concert with our partner, we develop those logarithms to determine, okay, what is it that needs to be in the platform to meet those codes? Today, all of those services are done as they are always. The electricians and that can come to the job site. We don't actually do that in our process. But our forward path will absolutely be incorporate that into what we do. Yes? Yeah, we really haven't put a lot of thought to reconstruction or remodel. I mean, the market is so massive that just for new builds and the demand. I mean, there's been significant underbuilding in this country since the Great Recession to the tune of 4 to 6 million housing units. So we believe that there's Massive market opportunity for us just to execute in our current model. Yes? Transportation gets to be an issue when you get beyond about 150 miles. So these need to be located in an area where that all makes sense. Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm curious, as you look for franchises, what your scale-up model looks like. And by the way, thank you for putting a picture of Pierre in Ontario up there. I used to work with him.
Very nice. So this Fast and Furious. I mean, we are ironing out everything that we're doing here in our pilot facility. You know, but the market doesn't sit still, right? And the demand is so severe. We've got developers coming to us. How quickly can you build a plant for me, just for their own captive demand? So, but you know, it's very tempting as a startup. But we want to make sure that we've got that process dialed in, so we can really deliver that platform. But I would say that we are very close to moving beyond our initial stage right now. Yes. All wood frame, yes.
Okay. And one more, and then we're out.
Yes. So the cost takeout of what we deliver? Yeah, I mean, it's got to be cheaper, better, faster. Actually, it doesn't need to be cheaper, but I mean, the faster composition part of it is dramatic. Pardon me? Yeah, so 40%. I mean, we could, based on what we're doing and the cost that we can take out, you just look at waste alone. The average waste on a job site in America is 25 to 30%. Those big red bins, the stuff gets tossed in, you know, somebody cuts something, the rest of it goes in there. In other countries where this concept is more developed, it's illegal to have that kind of waste. So just based on the material waste alone, by getting it done in an optimized off-site production facility, you're eliminating that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir.